At a time when the Walt Disney World Resort faces a challenge like they have never faced before, Bob Iger, Josh D'Amaro, and the merry men of mischief seem to be determined, no matter what, to destroy the Magic Kingdom. Yes, it is the ecosystem starter for the biggest asset the Disney company owns, and yes, it's responsible for something like 33% of all the profits Mickey Mouse enjoys. But don't be surprised that the Disney leadership is determined to strip away all of the Magic Kingdom joy. Hello, folks. It is still a zippity-doo-dah kind of day coming to you from somewhere sunny USA, and we're happy to do so. Click the like button as we get ready to tell you why Disney is about to have a whole bunch of we told you so's raining down on its head because they are determined to destroy 1/3 to 1/4 of the Magic Kingdom. It's the most important asset they have of all the items in the entire Disney company. They're about to destroy Rivers of America, Frontierland, Liberty Square, and much more. And if you thought the backlash to Splash Mountain or any of the other stuff was insane, get ready because Bob Iger, he's going to make a not so big brain play in wiping out his legacy at the House of Mouse that Walt built. Take a look, folks. It is out of that park place, and Disney seems determined to destroy Walt Disney World at a time when it is exceedingly dumb for them to do so. We don't understand it, but here we go. Walt Disney World receives permit to bulldoze Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island, will move forward with controversial Cars expansion despite fan outcries by Marvin Montanaro. It says, Disney has officially received approval from the South Florida Water Management District to begin construction on a new Cars-themed land at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, a move that will erase classic attractions like Tom Sawyer Island and significantly alter the Rivers of America, Frontierland, and Liberty Square. The permit issued on February 17th, 2025, gives Disney the green light to modify the 407 Basin stormwater system impacting 61.93 acres of wetlands and surface waters. Now, what is this all about? Well, let me show you on Google Maps, folks. Disney, despite the outcries from everybody, I mean, I don't know of anybody who likes this. I mean, I literally don't know anyone who is supporting this. Maybe we'll find out later there's somebody, but they're going to fill in all of this water. And this water goes from, in terms of guest visibility, goes from Haunted Mansion all the way over to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. It features the Liberty Bell. It features much of what you enjoy when you go to Frontierland or to Liberty Square. This is about 1/3, in between 1/4 and 1/3 of all the real estate at Magic Kingdom. And that is also, by the way, between 1/4 and 1/3 of all of the largest asset the Walt Disney Company enjoys. If you're going to screw something up, you don't want to screw up Magic Kingdom. And yet screw it up they are. How do we know they're screwing it up, folks? Remember, Jonas, when they announced Beyond Big Thunder? Remember that?
Yeah.
Well, now it's not Beyond Big Thunder. It's a big blunder because what they decided was that they wanted to monetize every square inch of Magic Kingdom with Genie Plus, Fast Pass, Lightning Lane, whatever they're going to call it. And they weren't interested anymore in an expansion. And look at this, folks. Look at this huge amount of land they've got over here for expansion. They can put tons of attractions over here. They can reroute this canal north of Magic Kingdom over by the Pyro area, and then they have all of this that they could turn into a Villain's Land, and it would be the size of Tomorrowland combined with Fantasyland. That's how big of an area that is. You want more land? Look at this. All you got to do is put a pathway between the Pirates of the Caribbean show building and the Jungle Cruise, and boom, you've got access to about 14 acres over here. How big is 14 acres? Well, 14 acres is the size of Galaxy's Edge. They have tons and tons of land. You want more land? Go over here to the Tomorrowland Speedway, and you can take that out. Nobody wants that there. It's loud. It's noisy. It smells like gasoline. Remove it. Replace it with something better. They can do all of that. There's still even more land that we won't talk about. Instead, they're going to do the lame way, and I'm here to tell you, I think it's DEI inspired. I think they're removing Tom Sawyer because they don't like Tom Sawyer. I think they're removing the Rivers of America because they don't believe in America. That's what this is about. Liberty Square, I'll be surprised if it's still called Liberty Square in a few years.
Haunted Square, I'm telling you.
And now, folks, What's going to be the IP that represents quote unquote frontierland? They'll change that name too, because that's colonialism. The idea that there's a frontier to be conquered. What's going to replace it? What's going to be the IP that you associate with all this? Lightning McQueen, baby, because he's Western. All right, panel. Marvin, you are passionate about this, and I don't blame you for one moment. Walk us through why you're passionate and why this might cause the Magic Kingdom to become second class and far behind Epic Universe.
Well, because you hit the nail on the head right there. It's all DEI inspired. This is all like what the Stories Matter department was working on before it got shut down. Magic Kingdom as a whole tells a story. It's a story of exploration of America. It's the opening credits of Main Street USA, Old World Europe of Fantasyland, crossing the Atlantic into Liberty Square, expanding out into the frontier, adventures with pirates and whatnot, and then moving into tomorrow. Where do cartoon cars with faces on them fit in to Western expansion? Where do they fit into the frontier? This is supposed to be a land of cowboys, and we're going to have Ka-Chow just
not allowed
around there.
Not allowed. Cowboys are politically inappropriate now. And by the way, these decisions were made during the era of DEI. These decisions were made when they were thinking they were going to have a Kamala presidency. These decisions were made when they had a different vision for what the political landscape of America is and what they desired it to be. This is Reimagined Tomorrow. And I believe that the only reason they haven't jettisoned it is because they're terrified of going to investors and saying, yeah, we don't have a plan for Epic, but I'm here to tell the investors of Disney and everybody at the C-suite, you are going to sink your biggest asset and we will remember you. I got 47 more years in the tank doing this channel. As long as YouTube is around, I'm going to be here and I'm going to remind everybody of what you did to screw up their investments with the Magic Kingdom. Panel, keep going.
Bro, what the other thing I think is when you get rid of something as classic as Tom Sawyer Island and Rivers of America, these classic attractions that people have been coming to, Disney likes to market itself as a place where memories are made, a place where family memories all, come to life. You're getting rid of those memories. You're taking away the place that you want to go back to because it brings you back to a happier time in your life. They're completely going against their own marketing.
Yeah.
This is the biggest shooting themselves in the foot move that Disney could ever possibly make. And as somebody who I really, really enjoy, like the Magic Kingdom, you think about my 5-year-old experience walking into the Magic Kingdom the first time in 1977. I was 5 years old. I saw that castle for the first time. And it was just like, this is magic. This is amazing. You go over, you see the Rivers of America, you ride the Liberty Bell. It's just, it's a dream come true. And they are literally killing people's dreams. I was thinking about like how, people would bring their 21-year-olds and ride the Liberty Bell with them and go, you may not remember this, but 21 years ago, I was nursing you on this very boat. There's places that there's mothers' rooms there, kind of where they go to privately nurse the kids on that bus. It's one of the places they can do it and still be enjoying the park, right? So it is absolutely crazy. I don't know which of the Imagineers, the executives, Story Matters Group, whoever came up with the idea of destroying Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer's Island is got to be the biggest, dumbest, stupidest idiot in Disney history or whatever. I'm also really, really passionate about this. Even the people I know who are the biggest Disney lovers and like tout everything they do as good don't like this move. They hate this move. A good friend of mine who I bring up and I love him to death. He's really, really passionate about Disney. He really liked even Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And he says, this Drew, the Disney dude, he says, this is the worst decision Disney has ever made. When you have people like that saying that this is a horrible decision, it's a horrible decision. And the post on X, you can see it on X, you can see it on Facebook. Nobody, you're right, Pro. Nobody likes this. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I think that Disney, if they received 1 million votes against this from the public, if they put out a survey and everyone said that they didn't like it, I think they might still want to go through with it because they don't care anymore. They really do not care about the public they're serving. I think that this will kill the Magic Kingdom if they go through with it.
And they don't want to make it seem, Ron, that they can be swayed by the people, because then...
that's the craziest thing. How many companies have we seen do this? And we've been, listen, here's the deal. Disney can screw up with a movie. Disney can screw up with a toy line. This is the Magic Kingdom. This is the heart and soul of Disney World that provides about 1/3 of all of their profits. Like, this is the sacrosanct that you don't touch. Whatever you do, don't screw this up if you're Disney. Yet here we are. They're determined. And it's amazing. Like, their international parks basically don't make any money in comparison to this one thing they have. And it subsidizes the terrible films. It subsidizes their streaming woes. It lets them hide all of it. And yet they're going to metastasize the failures of their other divisions and bring it into this. And I'm telling you, it's about DEI. It's about wokeism. It's about removing Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn, these references. It's about getting rid of the idea of the frontier. They hate all that stuff. And they're going to do it no matter what, because it's anathema to what they stand for. And what they stand for is global elitism. This is awful.
Go ahead. No, Jeff, I'd rather hear what you have to say.
All I was going to say is I think entertainment is supposed to serve as a time capsule, and that includes Disney. And so we have a big park here called Kings Island. And as they expand, they keep the Coney Mall, which is the historic part. I don't disagree with any of the stuff you just said, Pro, but on top of that too, it's like when they put trigger warnings or they alter old films or they keep stuff hidden. It doesn't really matter. To me, it just matters that it's still there for people to consume, to be a part of, to have it there. Because you're talking about the history of Disney, the memories. I remember all those damn commercials as a kid. 407W Disney's the phone number. They always had you wanting to go to Disney. They would run the commercials all the time. It's supposed to be that thing, no matter what the business is, and just taking away the remnants of the old Disney to put, like, isn't there already Cars rides, or aren't there already Cars rides at the park? I mean, Cars is a 20-something-year-old movie at this point, too. It's kind of a weird time to do it. It's do something, leave it there. Do you have plenty of land? Put it out there. Or, don't. Just jack up the prices. You'll get that audience to go in every time.
It's amazing to me they're going to remove the beauty, and they've already destroyed Splash Mountain, and they don't regret it, at least not outwardly, not openly, and yet it does nothing for them. They basically can't keep it open, and they don't have any kind of compunction to change course, to redirect what they've been doing. They think that you all will just keep coming to Magic Kingdom no matter what, and it's bizarro to me.
I can't stand how, with their actions, are basically telling the audience, well, we know what's good for you. We know what's safe for you guys. Yeah, I know we know you want this and want that, but we know what's best for you. That's what really makes me angry with Disney, is just this total disregard for their audience. And it's no wonder that now Universal has picked up on that Disney magic. And it sounds weird saying that because it's their competitor, but that spirit of Walt, of discovery and innovation and imagination, has now moved over to Universal, and it's being cultivated there and fostered there. And I told Raf just about 2 days ago, I'm looking forward to going to Epic Universe, because we're going to create new memories. And I'm looking forward to, as much as we have a lot of memories at Disney, but I'm looking forward to new memories and passing those memories down to the next generation in our family.
If I can throw one thing in here that keeps coming back to my mind, Epic Universe, we often complain about the fact that Hollywood Studios only has 12 rides, and I think it's actually 11 right now. I forget what's down, but the last time I counted it out. But Epic Universe is owning the space on 12 rides right now, because they have done amazing things with the work there, with the lands. Like Celestial Park looks amazing. Dark Universe looks like it might be one of the best themed areas in any theme park in the world. Super Nintendo World, no question. The Donkey Kong area looks awesome. I'm trying not to focus too much on whatever's going on in Wizarding World over there with the Ministry of Magic and the Streets of Paris or whatever they're doing over there. But if it's anything like Hogsmeade or Diagon Alley, it's going to be fantastic. There's a question mark on what Isle of Berk is actually going to be like. I think that's like kind of like the kid zone. Still looks amazing. I have zero faith that whatever is going into this area with the Cars Land, I don't think it's going to be good. I don't think it's going to be great. Perhaps if they show me something good about Villains Land, maybe that could be good. What I know is that Rivers of America is a sight. Every time you go into that park, it makes the park look fantastic. It's the kind of thing that a grown-up goes out there, the grown-up who is paying for everything that everyone else is enjoying, looks at that and says, this is something great. This is a competitive advantage that Disney has to have something beautiful in their park, and they're giving that up. I see this as seeding ground more than I see it as an expansion to Magic Kingdom.
Oh, this is not an expansion at all. Folks, I just want to give you, let's measure this together, shall we? We're going to measure exactly how much land they have that they can expand into and not have to bulldoze and fill in absolute beauty. So this is going to be a rough one. Okay, we're not going to be perfect on it, but here is, if we just assume that they could move the canal, I want to show everybody this. We'll go to the back of Haunted Mansion. We'll come down here. Okay. 35 acres. They've got 35 acres they can expand to and never touch Rivers of America. You can access this simply by taking the walkway through the west side of Haunted Mansion. And oh, by the way, if we wanted to, we could actually make it so that you can get rid of the north part of the rivers. People wouldn't see it. Most people wouldn't care. I have a problem with it. Do you know what? Let's pull that down. Okay, let's say, hey, Disney, here you go. If you're determined to, here's what you could do. We'll pull that down there. Okay, now we got a thing. Let's do that, right? Now the boat can still go in a circle, and you've still got water going by Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. 40 acres. 40 acres. There are theme parks that are not even 40 acres. That's the expansion area they have. They're determined, though, to destroy this beautiful thing. It's not based on logic. This is based on ideology. They're doing this because they hate what exists there. They didn't like Splash Mountain. They don't like Frontierland. They don't like the values that are expressed, and they're getting rid of it. They're getting rid of the Liberty Bell. The Liberty Bell probably to them has reflections back to slavery. That's probably somewhere baked into all this. So it's got to go. But don't think, folks, for a minute that it's a decision that they're making that has any kind of logical financial value to it. No way. Oh. This could cost, listen, this is their most valuable asset they have. In fact, Epcot and Animal Kingdom have so few rides and so reason to be there that they're essentially only there because people are padding out their vacation stay because they want to go to Magic Kingdom. And they're getting a discount going to Epcot and Animal Kingdom. They would otherwise never go. So go ahead. Knock out a quarter of Magic Kingdom and see how that works out. You've been doing so well lately. Panel, last words. Go ahead.
I do think Universal benefits from having so many non-Universal IPs in their park, because I lived by the one in California, and I used to go every month, have a big Universal day. Not everything felt like, if you're not into Disney, why would you go to Disneyland? Like me, I lived out there for 4 years. I never once went to Disneyland. Universal, I had a pass. I went all the time. At least for me, it's like the reason why Dark Universe and these other things make their park so attractive beyond Disney messing theirs up is, like, Disney is just this family-friendly kind of kid park. Universal has something for everybody, including the kids and all of us. And not everybody grew up as a Disney kid. And that's one thing Universal has. Like, this generation that's taken their kids to the theme parks now, you could have been a Disney kid. You could have been a Nintendo kid. You could have been a Harry Potter kid. The Disney brand was there in the 90s, but it wasn't the be-all, end-all. Yes, the movies were big hits, but the biggest thing was the Power Rangers. So it's like Disney was never the biggest thing for this era. And I think Universal capitalizing in on it and having Harry Potter and Nintendo and everything else they bring that's even outside of their own brand works in its favor. And I think if Disney were to ever try that, I think it would show that they're failing pretty miserably And I think that'll be when, like, me personally, I look at their parks business and going, oh, okay, they're really trying to catch up now, which is never good.
Well, I mean, you want to talk about like being raised Disney kids and whatnot. I think there's a lot of Universal kids right now. I think there's a lot of Illumination kids. There's a lot of DreamWorks kids. These kids are growing up on Kung Fu Panda and the Minions and Despicable Me and Secret Life of Pets, and they like that a lot more than the Disney princess stuff. So they want to go to Universal because they want to see the DreamWorks characters.
Which is why you don't kill the Americana in the first place, because Disney is a word that is associated with Americana. Disney is a word that is associated with American history, literal American history. So to take the American history part away from Disney is to kill the Disney inside of Disney. It's the dumbest thing they've ever done, because it's literally a part of their brand, and they are killing their own brand, absolutely killing it, destroying it. And the people that love it, love Disney because of the American history, love all of those aspects. You take that away, you got nothing, Disney. So just literally dumbest move you could ever make.
Yep.
But yet Universal is also tapping into, their old stuff like Dark Universe and those monsters, and bringing those back into the fold. And then you have Nintendo for us 80s kids who, we're middle-aged now, so we can literally take our grandkids, and share in our childhood with our grandkids. And then you can bring out the video games again and play those games with your grandkids or with your children. So there is this nostalgia there too that Universal is very much capitalizing on. That's just going to keep going, and Disney's really just missed the boat. I really think it's too late. I don't know if they'll ever be able to catch up.
Yeah, so I'm more excited about Donkey Kong than my kids are, but you think about Disney right now is landlocked. They will not do a theme park property based on anything they don't own. But Sonic the Hedgehog is still hanging out there. If let's say this Masters of the Universe movie is an absolute hit and somebody wants to do a theme park land based off of that. By the way, they're already working on Masters of the Universe stuff. There's a Arizona theme park that's Mattel. Disney cannot do any of that, whereas Universal has access to Warner Brothers, NBC. They've made deals with Paramount at this point, and also One Piece there for FanFest nights. It's a company that is actually flexible in this space, where all Disney has is, well, what if we rip out the thing you love and hope that we can do a better job, or that you'll forget how good it used to be?
It's always sad when one of these video ends, and yet it is the beginning of the wait for the next one to land 4 times a day right here on the Pro Channel. And by the way, there's plenty more on our partner channels, That Park Place, That Pod Place, That Game Place, and go check out the original music we have on stations like Vacation Radio. We'd love to have you, love to entertain you. At least we'll do a better job than some of the current entertainment companies. Folks, like, share, subscribe, and you know what? Drop a comment right on down below. Share this out anywhere you go on social media. And until the next time, we have the honor, the pleasure of getting to spend time with you when you choose to invite us into your day to add the value that we hope to bring your way. We ask that you keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun. Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio. What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.